Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the shortest podcast in the world. Who has the number of the Guinness people? I need to get in touch with them. Anyway, you're listening to the Stonerd Podcast. My name is Adrian, just in case you forgot. I say it every time. You're probably tired of me saying it, but thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out. Today, I will be talking about flaky friends and girls saying no. When in doubt, say no. Alright? Let's get to it. I'm pretty sure that you at some point tried to make plans with a friend, and it so happened that your friend is a flaky ass motherfucker. Haven't we all been there? You were trying to get the squad together for a few drinks, perhaps another random tequila, the tequila you might never get to drink. Low-key ad plug there from our sponsors. Thank you, Random Tequila, for sponsoring the show. Anyway, your friend is so unreliable that you are either not inviting them to future chills or you decided to work around his or her flakiness. Isn't that the state of many friendships right now? In every group, there's going to be at least one person who's flaky. And I don't hate them. Hey, everybody can do their own thing. I just learned to deal with them, usually by assuming they will not show up. I will either not invite them or invite them and act as if they were not going to show up. That's all there is to that. And you know what? The interesting thing is that they might be unreliable and you cannot trust them to come through for you when it comes to plans or anything else you might need help with, for that matter. But maybe that's the hack. Maybe that's the way to go through life without having people asking you to go to gatherings you don't want to go to or to do things you don't want to do. All this coming from a guy who's arguably the flaky guy in the group. What am I, throwing stones while I live in a glass house? Well, not really. This is just a big misunderstanding, guys. Sometimes we may have to postpone, delay, or reschedule the chills or gatherings, not because I'm flaky, alright? But because I'm a bit disorganized. It's a big difference, alright? Big difference. There are other factors that come into play, but I'm not going to talk about them here. All I'm going to say is that I don't like wallet guys. Now, let me explain. You see, the thing is that I hate that feeling in my pants, like I have something bulky. Except for my dick. Hey yo! Ladies and gentlemen, that was a terrible dick joke, and I apologize. But in all seriousness, I do have a small penis. Alright, for real now. For real. Having a wallet makes my pants feel tighter. It bothers me when I walk or when I sit down. And I already have a bunch of other stuff in my pockets, which limits the amount of my pocket real estate. I have a phone, keys, and a red lipstick. What else do I need? I cannot have all this other stuff in my pockets. I don't know, I feel weird. I don't like it, it bothers me. So usually what I do is I put my ID card and my credit card into my pockets without a wallet to hold them in. What you have to keep in mind is that being bulky is not a flaw of the wallet, it's a feature. And that's how you know you have it on you, because you feel the bulk. But since my ID card and credit card are so low profile, sometimes I don't feel them on me. And in some occasions, it has happened that I have lost my credit card. When I sit down, they probably fall out of my pockets and I cannot find them anymore. Or maybe they fall in the car while I'm driving. Whatever the case may be, sometimes I lose them. And it hasn't happened a lot, but it has happened enough times so that now it is a running joke with us. So now every time I go to a bar or I'm getting out of a bar, my friends always tell me, "Do you have your credit card? Check your pockets for your credit card." And I'm like, alright, I'll check my pockets. And I do check my pockets. Now, having said that, I haven't lost my credit card and ID in the last 2 years. But now that I think about it, my friends busting my balls could be helping me to keep track of my ID card and credit card. So there you go, a positive thing that comes out of your friends picking on you. So I was on Instagram the other day, as most people do, and I have this bad habit of checking to see if people are still following me. Speaking about flaky people, there's a lot of people that they start following you and then they fall off. All of a sudden they're not following you anymore, and you're like, okay, that's weird. Why did you follow me to begin with? I remember this one girl, and I don't know how we got onto the topic, but at some point I asked her if I could add her on Instagram, because you know what the deal is. You gotta work the angle and then you slide on the DMs. You know the deal. So anyways, so I'm in there trying to ask her, like, oh, can I add you and blah, blah, blah. And I ask her, can I follow you on Instagram? Let's exchange usernames or whatever. And then all of a sudden she says, like, no, I'm fine, thank you. And then I was like, oh, shit, okay, never mind. And then we kind of went our separate ways. But the main takeaway of that story is that she said no with no hesitation. And at the time, I felt like crappy. It was like, oh man, you don't want to follow me and do the thing. But I understood where she was coming from. Because she kind of knows me, but she kind of doesn't know me. And she also knows the angle. Because sometimes I like to think that they don't know the angle. But at some point, you gotta start thinking there has to be an angle here. Because you guys know the angle. You add them, then you start like sliding in their DMs. You send her an emoji with heart eyes. You know the deal. So if it's a guy trying to add you on social media, you know what the deal is. You have to be pretty dumb as a girl to think like, oh no, he just wants to be my friend. Like, I'm so tired of this whole thing. Like, if I ever have a daughter, I'm gonna just tell her, listen, anytime a guy is coming on to you, for any reason, you have to assume he wants something. Although I do understand that girls come on to other girls, but that's different and I don't know anything about it, so I'm not gonna come here and try to explain that situation. I'm just gonna tell you what I know. For the most part, if you are decent looking and a guy comes up to you with the whole like, oh, let's follow each other. Here, take this candy. Yo, don't fucking take anything, bro. Whatever you do, if you are a girl and you're not into the guy, by all means, do not take whatever they're offering. Do not allow them to follow you on social media, because that's the angle. We want something from you, and that something could be pussy, alright? I don't want to put it so crude like that, but we want some of that pussy. We want a crumb of pussy. So, please, girls, if you don't want anything to do with this guy, then say no. Eventually, I appreciated that she said no, because that way she didn't waste my time, and I didn't waste her time. So, it was a clean transaction is what I'm trying to say. And sometimes it might be hard to say no, because most of you are nice people. I'm nice too, believe it or not. I'm one of those persons that says yes to everything, even though I feel uncomfortable with whatever it is that people are asking me to do. It's probably harder for you guys to say no, but you should try working on it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say on that. And now, let's move on to the quickie news. So it looks like Dr. Dre had an aneurysm and he's in critical condition right now in the hospital. Let's hope for a quick recovery. The father of Joe Exotic has died from COVID, guys. Isn't that crazy? We're still talking about Joe Exotic. Anyways, moving along. So it looks like the runoff elections in Georgia are leaning towards a Democrat victory. Now, I'm not sure about it. The news is still fresh, but we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted. That's gonna be it from me today. I'll see you guys on the next one.